graphing the cosecant, you know it's going to match with the sine graph. So you're graphing sine first. And you're going to, since you have a k at positive 1, you're going to have a sinusoidal axis at positive 1. And then that's the first step. And the next step is to find the period, which is going to be 2 pi over b, which is pi. So 2 pi over pi, and those pi's just cancel out. So your period is going to be 2. Okay, so after finding the period, the next step is to find the h value, which is going to happen when you factor out the pi's out of the parentheses. So that's going to give you an h value of 2. So that's how you know your first dash is going to be at 2. And then you're going to have a point at h comma k, and your h value is 2, and your k value is 1. So you're going to have a point at 2, 1.
Since the period is 2 and the beginning of the graph is 2, you would add 2 plus 2 to get 4, and that will be the end of your graph.
So you need to determine the hash marks and the distance between them. So you're going to take the period, which is 2, and you're going to divide that by 4 because you have 4 different parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that simplifies to 1/2. So the distance between each of these is going to be 1/2. So you're going to take 2, and you're going to add 1/2 to that. You have to have the same denominator. So you multiply this by 2 and this by 2, and that will give you 5/5. So this first point here is going to be 5/5, and then there's another half in between these two. So you have to add 1/2 to 5/5, or 5/2, I keep saying. And then you're going to get 6/2, which is 3. And then you're going to add 1/2 to 3, because that's how much is in between this right here. I'm going to multiply this by 2, multiply this by 2. That gives you 7/2. So in between each of these is 1/2, so 1/2, 1, 1 and 1/2, 2, and 2 is the whole period.
Because the amplitude is positive 2, you're going to start at 5/2 and go from the sinusoidal axis up 2 to find your maximum. You're going to bring it back down when you reach 3 to the sinusoidal axis at 3, 1. And to find your minimum at 7/2, you're going to go down 2 from the sinusoidal axis at 7/2, negative 1. And last one, bring it back up to the sinusoidal axis at 4, 1. Anywhere there is a point on the sinusoidal axis, you will graph a vertical asymptote.
Unlike the tangent and cotangent graphs, instead of going up and plotting a point at the sinusoidal axis beneath the minimum and the maximum points, you're just going to share that point. So a secant and cosecant graphs, you just share the point that is the minimum or maximum, in this case right here, the minimum of the sine graph, and that creates kind of what looks like a quadratic that approaches the asymptotes, looks like a U and an upside down U, and that gives you your cosecant graph.